what's up, YouTube? I'm QC. Welcome to another edition of Talking and Grubbing, where I provide the latest sports commentary while eating some good food. And I'm about to grub on this bologna, salami, and cheese sandwich with mayo and mustard. This is good. Mm-mm-mm. Sandwich is off the chain. I had to savor that, y'all. So forgive me. Okay, Super Bowl 51 is set. It's going to kick off this Sunday in Houston, Texas. It's the New England Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons. The New England Patriots trying to go for their fifth Super Bowl within the last 16 years, while the Atlanta Falcons are trying to go for their first ever Super Bowl as they open up a new stadium next year. They're gonna try. They want to put a Super Bowl championship banner in that new arena. So let's break down this game. Start with the Patriots. We all expected the Patriots to be back here in this position. You know, Tom Brady definitely wants to redeem himself at Deflategate and rub Roger Goodell's face in it. Also, Bill Belichick is definitely trying to solidify himself as the greatest coach of all time in the NFL, as both have 4 Super Bowls. Tom Brady is tied with Joe Montana, and Terry Bradshaw for winning 4 Super Bowls, as Bill Belichick is tied with the late great Chuck Noll of the Pittsburgh Steelers as having 4 Super Bowl titles. So they're both trying to become the first to win 5 Super Bowls. Now, as I said before, Tom Brady is definitely trying to redeem himself at Deflategate. I mean, after his 4-game suspension, he came back hard and with a vengeance. He was kicking ass and taking names. But he's definitely done it done a great job without his star tight end, Rob Gronkowski, as he ended up being sidelined for the rest of the season. Julian Edelman has definitely stepped up in these playoffs. Also, another receiver, Chris Hogan, who's been a very unsung hero. And also, at running back, Deion Lewis has been an unsung hero ever since he's returned from his injury. But, the Patriots, as good as their offense has been, because it's led by the great Tom Brady, their defense gets slept on. I mean, their defense was number 1 in the regular season for allowing the fewest points in all the NFL. And, they have some talented guys on defense in Devin McCourty, veteran, Rob Ninkovich, and also cornerback Malcolm Butler. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that defense attacks Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Tevin Coleman, and Devon Freeman. Can they pressure Matty Ice? Force him to make some turnovers. Also, can the Patriots secondary shut down Julio? Can the linebackers stop, the running backs and Freeman and Coleman? Now, on to the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, have been a big surprise this season. Matt Ryan, he's had an underrated MVP campaign. Also, Julio Jones is an All-Pro again, as well as running backs Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. Well, Tevin Coleman has definitely improved in his sophomore year. But the Falcons, they do have a solid defense, that's led by Vic Beasley. He could definitely get after the quarterback. They also have a great pass rush, as we saw in the NFC divisional playoff game, as they really got to Russell Wilson, forced him into some turnovers, got some sacks, and they also really, really went to work on Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship game, as they got multiple turnovers, multiple sacks, and even caused a couple of fumbles. But the only problem with Atlanta's D is they are allowed the most touchdowns in the NFL in the regular season. So if they win the Super Bowl, they will be the first defense ever to allow the most touchdowns in the regular season. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, now let's break down the matchups. Quarterback. We got Tom Brady on the Patriots, future Hall of Famer, four-time Super Bowl champion, three-time Super Bowl MVP, going for his fifth Super Bowl. You know, as I said before, he's excuse me again. Brady has definitely came out of the gate after he was finished serving his four-game suspension. You know, he stuffed it in the face of Roger Goodell and all of the National Football League. On the flip side, you got Matt Ryan, who's had a very underrated MVP campaign. As I said before, I mean, he's had over 4,000 yards and excuse me, 20 plus touchdowns. So I would have to give the edge to Brady slightly. Now, the wide receivers. Brady's go-to guy is Julian Edelman. I mean, he doesn't get his just due, which is kind of messed up because Edelman is a hell of a receiver. He should have more shine than he does. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm battling a little cold here. Especially playing with a quarterback like Tom Brady. I mean, most wide receivers, when they play with great quarterbacks, they get their shine. Like Jerry Rice. I mean, he played with another Hall of Famer, Joe Montana. Man always got his shine. Or Michael Irvin. He played with another great quarterback in Troy Aikman. He always got his shine. But it's just messed up that Julian Edelman doesn't get more of the doesn't receive more of the credit, on the Patriots. Excuse me. Now, on to the Falcons. Julio Jones, all pro, multiple Pro Bowler. Man can just seem like he just catch a ball from anywhere, and still run for various yards and still score on you. So the edge here, I gotta give to the Falcons and wide receiver. Now, running back on the Patriots. You got Deion Lewis, who had a hell of a playoff, especially in that AFC divisional game against the Texans, where he had a receiving touchdown and he scored a kick return touchdown in the same quarter. But you also got LeGarrette Blount waiting in the wings also, and he could definitely kill you for some big games too. Also, now on the flip side of the Falcons, you got Devontae Freeman, who's a superstar running back in the making. He's definitely improved over the last couple of years. And to Tevin Coleman, he's had a pretty good sophomore year. So the edge in running back, I'm gonna have to say even, because both running back cores can definitely break out and have a big game against each other's defense. Now, tight end. Okay, the Patriots are missing Gronkowski, but also the Falcons, they really don't use their tight end. They go more off of their wide receiving core. So I'm gonna have to, say even. Now, excuse me. On to the defense. Patriots, they have the number one defense that allowed the fewest points. Their defense doesn't get enough shine because, I mean, let's keep it real. Tom Brady outshines anybody in any position on their team, whether it's the offensive side or the defensive side. But the Patriots have some talent in Rob Ninkovich, cornerback Malcolm Butler, who made the game-ending interception in the Super Bowl a few years ago against the Seahawks in the end zone, as the Seahawks were threatening to go ahead and ultimately win the Super Bowl. Also, you got a veteran, Devin McCourty. And also, the Patriots have a pretty solid linebacking core who can definitely pressure quarterbacks and, get turnovers, and also can make life a little bit miserable on receivers. This Patriots defense is kind of in the spirit of the three defenses that won their first three Super Bowls, but the only difference is between those defenses and this defense. The three defenses were a lot more dominant because they were coordinated by the great defensive defensive coordinator Romeo Crennel. Now Matt Patricia is definitely a pretty good defensive coordinator. I think he gets slept on a lot in the NFL, but like Brady, you're right next to Bill Belichick, the hoodie, so Belichick is going to outshine any and everybody. Now on the flip side, with Atlanta's defense, and here's the most ironic thing, Dan Quinn, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, was the defensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks that won the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos 4 years ago. And also, he was the same coordinator that lost to the Patriots in that next Super Bowl. But, like I said, the Falcons definitely have a good linebacker core led by Vic Beasley. He can definitely put pressure on your quarterback. He can also get a few turnovers as well as average a few sacks. But I have a question about that secondary. Excuse me. Can their secondary really make life miserable on Edelman? Can they stop Dion Lewis from running up the hole for any big gains? So, the edge I'm going to give to the Patriots on defense. Now, special teams, I'm going to say it's pretty much even because, I mean, yes, either special teams can break out and have a pretty good game, can give either one of their teams great field position and be in great position to score. But when you got Tom Brady and Matt Ryan as your quarterbacks, you really don't have to worry about special teams that much because they can start a play from the 10-yard line and go all the way down the field and score. So special teams is going to be a factor in this Super Bowl, but it's not going to be the factor. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's also a lot of ties here in this Super Bowl. Bill Belichick's going up against Dan Quinn. As I said before, Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks. In both Super Bowls that they appeared in, where they won and lost. Excuse me. And also, there's some Browns connections. As y'all all know, Bill Belichick, the former head coach of the Cleveland Browns, but also Atlanta's offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan, was the Browns offensive coordinator a couple of years ago. So there's a little tidbit there. And also Alex Mack, the former center of the Browns, who was a Pro Bowler in Cleveland for years, is also playing his first Super Bowl. So, Alex Mack, congratulations. I was a big Alex Mack fan while he was here. Let me finish the rest of the sounds before I get to my prediction. Oh, that was a good sandwich. Whew. Now, here's my prediction. I know the Patriots are a heavy favorite because of Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and they got the talent as well as the experience. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Falcons because most people hadn't watched them all year. They don't have they have the superstars, but they don't have the superstars that you see on TV all the time in commercials or always get impressed. But this Atlanta squad is a pretty damn good team. So to just say they're chopped liver or there's some scrubs would be a huge mistake. I think this is going to turn out to be a very classic Super Bowl like the previous 6 out of 7 Super Bowls have been. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think it's going to come down to the wire. Hell, it may even come down to the final seconds of the fourth quarter. Or we may see something that we never seen in the Super Bowl, an overtime game. So my prediction is I have the Patriots winning their 5th Super Bowl. Because it's not because the Falcons aren't good, but I just can't see Tom Brady, being denied. He really wants to redeem himself for Deflategate, and he really wants to burn Roger Goodell's behind by, having him hand him the Vince Lombardi Trophy up on that stage, in the trophy presentation in the Super Bowl post game. So my prediction is the New England Patriots will win their 5th Super Bowl, and they will be this year's Super Bowl champions. That's my Super Bowl preview. Like, comment, share the video. I appreciate y'all watching these videos. I really do. But I would appreciate even more if you subscribe to the channel. And when you do, click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button so you'll know when I upload new videos. You can receive it on your PC, laptop, tablet, or cell phone. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and you can also support this channel by donating to PayPal. I'll leave all 3 links in the description box below. Till next time, y'all have a good one.